Israel has intensified its aerial and ground assault in the Gaza Strip from north to south by air, land, and sea in the last 24 hours, killing at least 210 Palestinians, according to health authorities. We're also seeing that ground forces are increasingly paying attention to the southern town of Khan Younis, where Israel sent reinforcements in recent days, and where troops say they are pushing deeper and deeper into the town because they believe Hamas militants are sheltering there after fleeing fighting in the north. But tens of thousands of Palestinians are also taking shelter in Khan Younis, and as a result, there are increasing civilian casualties. We saw today, for instance, there was an airstrike just outside of Khan Younis' last functioning hospital, El Amal Hospital, killing at least 31 Palestinians. And this is the second day in a row that this vicinity of this hospital was targeted. All of these increased attacks are sparking this new wave of displacement, and that's in a territory that already has a population that is nearly 90% displaced at this point. We've seen hundreds of thousands of Palestinians crowd into the southern border area of Rafah, but this town itself is not safe. That was shown just a couple of hours ago when Israeli warplanes bombed a residential building in Rafah, killing at least 20 Palestinians, and the death toll there is still rising. International pressure and criticism has mounted, of course, over the soaring Palestinian death toll, now at over 21,000 since the beginning of the war. But Israel insists that its bombing is not indiscriminate. However, it has made a rare acknowledgement of error over a strike on Al-Maghazi refugee camp in the central Gaza Strip over the weekend that killed over 100 Palestinians. Israel's public broadcaster, Khan, said that Israel admitted that in this strike, it used the wrong kind of munition. It quoted a statement from the military saying that as a result of this kind of munition used, extensive collateral damage was caused. That's a quote, something that could have been avoided. Now, on Israel's northern border with Lebanon, we also are seeing tensions surge after Hezbollah claimed the responsibility for a barrage of rockets that were fired into northern Israel yesterday, causing extensive damage to towns in the north. We saw today also that the Israeli military said it intercepted at least 4 drones that were fired from Lebanon. And all of this comes after Israel bombed a house in the south of the territory, killing 3 people, including a Hezbollah commander. Of course, all of this has raised fears of a wider regional escalation, and this is something that War Cabinet member Benny Gantz did not seem to dismiss when he was asked about this earlier. Let's listen to what Gantz had to say.
The situation on the northern border requires change. The hourglass for a political arrangement is running out. If the world and the Lebanese government will not act to stop the firing on the northern settlements and keep Hezbollah away from the border, the IDF will do so.
This is just the latest instance of Hezbollah and Israeli leaders trading threats over this border. And we heard today from Hezbollah's deputy chief that he was ready, he said, for any escalation that the Israeli military was willing to make. He said that Hezbollah was ready for more whenever necessary. Isabel DeBre with the Associated Press for CGTN in Jerusalem.